everyone, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be showcasing Evernight alongside Silverwolf. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know what is one of your favorite characters from Honkai Star Rail. For me, it is absolutely the Herda. I also really like Zila, I like Black Swan, and so on. And also, if you enjoy videos like these, consider subscribing to see more content from me, leave a like to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. So here we are with our team for today, which will be Evernight, Silverwolf, Remembrance Trailblazer, and then Hyacine. In the slot of Hyacine, you can consider using a character like Gallagher or Lawocha. In the case of Remembrance Trailblazer, I do highly recommend them as they are a Remembrance character, plus they are also free. We're going to start off by using Silverwolf's skill and then also using her ultimate, and now we have all of these defense reduction debuffs onto this enemy. So we're going to be able to nicely take advantage of this to deal massive damage with Evernight. Go, little Ika, go! Alright, now with Evernight, we are just going to attack with Evey right here. Boom, we had 16 out of 16 Memoria. Now we're actually going to use Evernight's ultimate. So Evey is going to attack, and since we aren't full in our Memoria, now we're going to be able to attack with 28 out of 16. Well, bam! 800k, just like that. And now with Remembrance Trailblazer, we are going to use our ultimate, and literally these enemy HP bars are already about halfway, or even a little lower. So now with Remembrance Trailblazer, we can use our skill. With Silverwolf, we're going to skill on the Stingray thing. I still don't know what this is, but we're going to skill on that thing as well to implant the ice weakness and also inflict further debuffs. Now this thing is going to attack us once again. With Evernight, we're going to use our skill, and we got Mem's support lined up perfectly here. Advance forward Evernight again. Now we can stack even more Memoria. We're at 66 out of 16 stacks. We're about to deal massive damage here. Well, bam! 1.1 million, just like that. Now with Remembrance Trailblazer, once again, use our skill. We are going to get hit here a bit, but this is perfectly fine. With Hyacine, I am going to use her ultimate. Right now, what I want to do is try to ensure that these little enemies are advancing themselves forward so that they can take a bit of damage. So here with Silverwolf, I am going to basic attack, going to summon itself forward, and there we go. It just ends up taking that bit of damage. Going into this next wave here, Silverwolf is going to use her ultimate. Boom, just so we can inflict all those defense reduction debuffs onto these enemies. We have so many debuffs right now. Now implant the ice weakness once again. That's also why we have Evernight in the first slot of the team. It is to ensure that we're inflicting the ice weakness with Silverwolf. Go, little Ika! And now with Evernight, we are going to use her ultimate, summon Evey. We are going to now use our skill. We have 34 Memoria. And boom! Almost 1 million right there, 900,000, pretty good. Now we can just use our skill with Remembrance Trailblazer just to get some more energy, and now we can advance forward Evernight once again. Use her skill, same thing as before. Evey, go destroy them! And boom, there we go, 600k right there. Alright, so we're gonna take a bit of damage, perfectly fine. This helps us get more Memoria, more energy. Now with Silverwolf, we are going to skill. I want to implant the ice weakness onto this enemy now. With Hyacine, basic attack. With the Remembrance Trailblazer, we are going to skill, and now it's going to summon its little friends. Now we're going to use Silverwolf's ultimate just to implant the defense reduction debuff onto all of the enemies on the field. And just look at how many debuffs Japard has. That is an insane amount of debuffs. So now with Evernight, it is time to attack once again. Boom. And with Remembrance Trailblazer, I am also going to use their ultimate, get some more energy there for Mem support. Or more charge, rather. Alright, so now we're going to be able to advance forward Evernight. So there we go. Now with Hyacine, we can use her ultimate. Alright, little Ika, boom! Just to get a little bit more Memoria right there. Now with Evernight, what we could do is use her ultimate. Just deal some nice damage right here, 500k, and now we can also get some more Memoria. This might actually be enough to just beat them all. Okay, yeah, there we go. Another 900k, and we were able to successfully get a 0 cycle clear with Evernight, Silverwolf, Remembrance Trailblazer, and Hyacine. This is really nice for those that want to put Tribbie on their other team instead, and in the case if you do have Silverwolf, this could be a nice opportunity to put her on your Evernight team, especially since she's going to reduce the defenses of all enemies as well. That'll be really useful for Evernight's AoE attack. But here we have Evernight. She does have 55% crit rate. I would recommend this if you are using Remembrance Trailblazer, as their E1 will be able to provide Evernight with 10% crit rate when mem support is on an ally. And of course, we're going to have a good uptime with mem support. So in the case of Evernight right here, she also has a trace that will give her 35% crit rate, just basically for free. So because of that, we have 35%. Now with Remembrance Trailblazer, we'll have another 10%, which is 45. And that will result in you only needing 55% crit rate in order to have 100% crit rate in battle. Now for the light cone, we are using her signature, but here are some alternative light cones that you can consider using on her. As for the traces, they're maxed out. For the relics, we're using Woven Dreams and then World Remaking Deliverer. For her Eidolons, she is completely E0. I have not activated any of these. Now we have Silverwolf. Here she is. We are using Cypher's light cone on her, but if you do not have this one, no worries. You can consider using before the tutorial mission starts, which is a completely free-to-play light cone. Another option could be Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, and so on. For the traces, they're maxed out. For the relics, we're using Sprightly Von Whack and Eagle of Twilight Line. And then for her Eidolons, we are completely E0. I've not activated any of these. Next up, we have Remembrance Trailblazer, and here they are. Nice amount of crit damage, nice amount of speed, and then also an energy regen robe. We are using Memory Curtain Never Falls. As for the traces, they are maxed out. And then for our relics, we are using Eagle Set here as well, and then Sprightly Von Whack. And then for the Eidolons, they are of course E6. Amazing free-to-play character that you can use alongside Evernight. Next up, we have Hyacine, and here are her stats. We are using her signature light cone, which this light cone is really nice in the case of assisting with getting more Memoria for Evernight. We also have maxed out traces. For our relics, we are using Giant Tree, and then we're also using Warrior Goddess of Sun and Thunder. And then lastly, for our Eidolons, we are completely E0 on Hyacine as well. And when it comes to this team in general, Silverwolf will be a pretty nice option you can consider using alongside Evernight, just due to the fact that she will be able to implement the ice weakness onto enemies. She'll also be able to heavily debuff enemies as well. Her ultimate being able to defense reduction onto all enemies. This will highly benefit Evernight's AoE damage potential. So Silverwolf can be a pretty nice character to consider using alongside Evernight. Other options can of course be a character like Cypher. Cypher is going to be able to inflict a vulnerability debuff just by being on the field, and she'll also be able to record the damage that the team is dealing. Of course, you can use Tribbie. I have already shown that off as well. In the slot of Silverwolf, you can also potentially consider a character like Ruame if you don't have too many options, as Ruame is more accessible now since you can get a copy of her from the shop. I forgot the shop's name, but you can get a copy of her as well. There is also Pela, which for those that are looking for a budget-friendly character, Pela is a very nice one to consider as well, as Pela will be able to reduce all enemies' defenses with her ultimate, but she will also be able to reduce enemies' ice resistance if you have her E4. So with that, that will further amplify Evernight's damage output, as Evernight herself is an ice character. As for other showcases to expect, I may actually showcase Evernight alongside Aglaya. I have been getting a lot of requests for that showcase in particular, so I think that will actually be a pretty fun showcase to do. Not necessarily best in slot, of course, but it'll still be pretty fun. So do stay tuned for that. I will likely be uploading that pretty soon as well. And then if there's any other showcases you'd like to see with Evernight in particular, do let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to do them for you. And lastly, let me know if you're excited for Evernight, or if you're potentially going to be skipping her, and for who. I hope all of you did enjoy this video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe to see more content from me. Leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye!